Hello world of YouTube, it's me. I'm here live in my room. I am about to go to Trader Joe's right now and I need to pick up a couple ingredients left that I need for my meal prep this week. On Sundays, I make all my meals for Monday through Friday and I plan out the macros that will be in those meals. And today I'm short a couple ingredients, so I just need to go to Trader Joe's really quickly and pick those ingredients up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start my meal prep for the week, which I will film and show you guys how I make all the foods that I'm gonna eat this week. So I just left Trader Joe's. Well, I'm in the parking lot right now. Trader Joe's did not have avocados that are ripe, which I guess is a good thing because you don't really want to go and buy like rotten avocados, but I really want ones that are ready to eat today, and they were really, really green. I bought a few just in case I can't find any anywhere else, but I'm gonna go to Whole Foods now and just see if they have some. All right, world, so I just got back from Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. I didn't plan to go to Whole Foods, but I needed to get some riper avocados. Sadly, they did not have them, so I'm just gonna make do with what I have. I do have a little bit of like guacamole that I made, I think it was like 2 days ago, a little bit left, so I'm just gonna use that for the tortilla dish that I need that for. And then by the end of the week, hopefully these avocados are ripe and I can use them. So I've just changed. I'm wearing this old like bleached shirt because sometimes cooking can get a little messy. I'm just gonna start by showing you some of the things that I bought this week and how I'm going to integrate them into recipes. So let's get started with that. So I've just kind of stacked up on my counter some of the things I'll be using this week. So this is Trader Joe's brown rice. You just microwave it, it takes 3 minutes. This stuff is so freaking good. I think it's better than regular rice. I think it's because I put a little bit of oil in it already. Just gonna focus, yeah. So it just tastes really good. I like this stuff, it's pretty easy. Sometimes I do make my own rice in my rice cooker, but for convenience, we're gonna use this week. I have, I think this is called seitan. I've never known how to pronounce it correctly, but this I get at Whole Foods. I have 3 of them right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use all 3, but this is a pretty big staple for me. There's 20 grams of protein per serving. The macros are pretty good with fat and carb as well. 2 grams of fat, 4 grams of carb, 20 grams of protein. So this stuff is really good. And it's made of wheat and pea protein. I think that's the one that's in mine. I have Ezekiel, I think that's how you say this, cinnamon raisin. This is actually already open because I ate 2 pieces yesterday, and I'm going to actually make some toast right now because I'm really hungry. I've got my avocados here. Unfortunately, they're not ripe at all, so I'm gonna use the guacamole that I already made the other day. I make guacamole by just smushing it up and putting a little bit of lime, which I've got a lime over here, and some salt, and that's all I do. Got Trader Joe's shelled edamame. I used to get the frozen edamame, and getting the shelled edamame changed my life. It's ready to eat, so I don't have to boil it. I'll show you guys what it looks like in here. Can't really open it. But yeah, it's just like in here. I think they put a little bit of, maybe it's olive oil. Let's see. Oh, they don't. Well, it tastes really good. They put salt. It just, I don't know. It's really yummy. So there's that. I'm going to use that. I've got some Beyond Meat grilled chicken strips. And this is already open because I ate some the other day. Same here with Gardein beefless grounds. Also open because I ate some the other day. Sorry, there's a really long pause because I was thinking if I should read off the macros, and I was like, no, I should finish showing us the food first. So then I have some baby spinach from Whole Foods. This is something that I use to top off the little like burritos I make, and I just kind of like shred it up. And I also put some red wine vinegar on top, which I don't have out here because I didn't buy it this week, but I do have some in my cabinet. I've got some peppers, which I've kind of just put out for show because I actually already sliced up the peppers that I need last night. And then we have Trader Joe's handmade whole wheat tortillas. We've got some stuff that I already prepared. This was like meal prep before the meal prep. Oh my gosh, it smells so good right now. I think it's the red onion and the bell peppers that I sliced up last night. And then we have some broccoli, just in little pieces here. Tofu that I pressed yesterday. I'm gonna crumble it up today. And then I have some sweet potato and chunks that were frozen, and they need to, they need to thaw a bit. I think they might be a little freezer burned, but it'll be fine. And this was from a while ago from another meal prep. I just saved them. And And I think they're actually already cooked too. I actually can't remember, but we'll see when they thaw. And this will be helpful for getting the meal prep going today since they're already done, good to go. These are the meal prep containers I use. I get them off Amazon. They're a little spotty right now because they're just in the wash, but they've held up really well. They're microwavable safe. They're dishwasher safe. I don't know if it says it somewhere in here, but I do know that they've held up pretty well. I'll actually link them down below, so if you guys want to check them out, you can do that. Okay, so how I plan my meals for the week, also please excuse my laundry that's drying behind me, but so how I plan my meals for the week is I write down everything beforehand, and today I'm going to be making 4 of the burrito that I make, and that burrito consists of the Trader Joe's tortillas, some homemade guacamole, which is really just avocado and lime, and I put in some tofu scramble, which I'll make today, some seitan, and then on the day that I eat it, I'll put on some fresh spinach and drizzle it with a little bit of red wine vinegar. The next dish I'm gonna make is rice, chicken, and broccoli, and I'm gonna make 2 of those, and I'm gonna put a few sweet potato chunks in there as well. And after that, I'm making Banza chickpea pasta with peas. The Banza pasta is not in my little like grocery haul today because I already had that in my cabinet, and I ordered that off Thrive Market because it's cheaper to do it that way. So I'll do that with peas. Then the next dish I'm making is seitan, rice, edamame, and broccoli. And I'm making 2, I might make 3 of those actually. And then the last dish that I'm making is Gardine's beefless ground beef mixed in with the Trader Joe's rice, the not red and green, whatever peppers I've already sliced up, and then some onion, and I might add a little bit of guacamole to that, I'm not sure yet. And so those are the meals that I planned out for this week. And you might be looking at this like, wow, like I don't know which one's the breakfast meal. Really, the breakfast meal is whatever I feel like that day. I probably will eat the burrito primarily for breakfast, and I'm actually thinking I'm gonna make 5 burritos. I was gonna make 4, but I love this dish. I could eat it like all the time, to be honest. So those are the dishes I'm making. I need to plan out a snack for each day too. This is my snack. I think it's supposed to be like, depending on when I'm eating it, if it's before my workout, I think it's supposed to be like 40 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein, 10 fat. But it's really hard for me to hit that sometimes. I'm just not really sure. I might be a little off on that. Normally the snack though is something that I will just eat like right before my workout, and I'll just plan it on the spot. Because sometimes I do get kind of tired of eating meals that I've already prepared. So I try to really stick to recipes that I absolutely love and I know I can eat a lot during the week. And all these are good, and some of them I'm only making a couple times a week, some of them I'm making several times. So that being said, let's get into the video. So another thing that I do before I start cooking, which I was just doing right now, is I go through the list of the meals that I'm going to eat this week, and I pull out like the common ingredients. So let's say I'm eating seitan. The seitan is part of the burrito, and it's also part of my dish that I was going to eat: seitan, rice, edamame, and broccoli. So I just basically count out how many servings of seitan I need to make so I can make it all at once. And then like the same thing for everything else. Like rice is in a couple of the dishes. I just need to know how much rice I'm going to cook. Or cook, really, I'm microwaving it because I got the microwavable rice. Yeah, so just go ahead and do that, and I write it all out, and then it makes it very simple, just bang everything out, and I'll make them and bulk them out, and then I'll go back and put everything into the little dishes and put them in their meal prep containers, and they'll be good to go. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to microwave the rice just because it's the quickest thing to do, and I kind of write myself like a to-do list of all the things I need to do. Like first I'm going to microwave the 3 bags of rice, then I'm going to cook 2 servings of Banza while I'm microwaving the 2 servings of peas, then I'm going to steam 5 servings of broccoli. So it just kind of breaks it down so it's simple for me to just whoop, go on through. Alright, so I'm taking a little bit of a break to actually eat dinner myself because I'm really hungry. But I'll just show you what we've got so far, what we're working with. Pretty much the only things I need to actually cook after this are my tofu scramble, which I'll show you that probably a little bit more detailed than everything else. The rest of the footage I was just kind of like here and there, like taking a little bit of clips, I don't know what the word is, a few clips here and there as I was cooking, but the tofu scramble I'll probably go into a little bit more detail because I love tofu scramble and the recipe's pretty easy, but I'll do that one step by step. So I'm gonna make my tofu scramble, cook my seitan, and I wanna say I think that's about it. I think all my other ingredients are pretty much prepped, but I have to actually put them together. I need to read my list again, but I'm pretty sure everything else is pretty much good to go. Oh yeah, I do need to cook my ground beef, beefless beef. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll show you what I'm working with. One moment. So this is kind of some of the stuff that we've got already prepared. I crumbled up the tofu here. We've got our steamed broccoli, green peas, the chicken by, what's that brand called? Beyond Meat, I think that's what it's called. I burned it a little bit, but it's fine. This is the Banza pasta. We've got our 3 bags of brown rice from Trader Joe's. This you guys saw before, and that's just the red onion and the peppers. So that's kind of what we're working with. When I'm done eating what I'm gonna eat for dinner, then I'll go ahead and cook the rest of the stuff and you'll see what that looks like. So what I'm eating for dinner actually, this, I did not count the macros of, there's like no protein in here, but it's the Trader Joe's cauliflower gnocchi with some spinach, and I just put some peas in the microwave for myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that out and add that in there and eat that, and the gnocchi's so freaking good. Alright, so this is what seitan looks like if you've never seen it before, and to be honest, I think it looks a lot like chicken. Let's see if you can kind of see the texture. But this stuff's really, really good, and I kind of go and break it up sometimes so that it's smaller and easier to cook. Alright, so the very last thing that I need to make is the tofu scramble. Still haven't made that yet, but it's getting a little bit overwhelming because there's so much stuff here right now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put together some of the meals that I do have all the ingredients ready for, and I'll show you right now what we're working with. So we've got the sweet potato chunks, the tofu. This is going to become the tofu scramble. We've got our broccoli, the peas, banza, the chicken, the beef with onion and red pepper and green and yellow pepper, seitan, and then the white brown rice from Trader Joe's. And once again, I have more of the red peppers and onion. I think red peppers and onion really add a lot of flavor to things, so that will be part of the tofu scramble. So these guys are gonna be grouped together over here. so this is kind of how we're looking right now. Most of the meals I went ahead and put in the meal prep containers, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put my tofu scramble in the pan. All right, so the ingredients that I use to make my tofu scramble, let's focus. Okay, so I use a little bit of pepper, paprika, this is the main one, chili powder, nutritional yeast, and then I also use a lot of turmeric and a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend these all up in a bowl, and then I just add a little bit of water and stir it, and I'll drizzle it over the tofu and the peppers and the onion as it cooks. Alright, so I went ahead and put my tofu in after the oil actually heated up, and then I just kind of toss it around for a few minutes, gently, I don't know what the word is, kind of like prodding at it. And in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and add in the mixture I made earlier. I went and added some water to that. So this is what it looks like. And we're literally just gonna pour this over, but I need to put the camera down because I can't do it with one hand. So once you go ahead and pour everything in, it will turn this nice yellowy color. I don't know if people normally describe a yellowy color as nice, but it looks really good. It's kind of like a tofu version of eggs. That's what I think it resembles, although to be honest, I've never eaten an egg, or made eggs, that is. So here we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in the red pepper now. Alright world, so it is 6:38. I'm officially done with everything. I ended up only making 2 burritos, even though I wanted to make 5. I'm going to make the other 3 later this week, simply because I don't have enough guacamole. I mentioned earlier that the avocados that I bought today were not ready to eat yet, and I only had a little bit of leftover guac, so that's what I used. And my camera died while I was making the tofu scramble, so I didn't get to film myself actually putting together the burritos, but I'll just show you really quickly what is in them. It's pretty simple. My tofu scramble here, it turned out beautifully delicious, and then I have some seitan. I actually kind of overshot the seitan, to be honest, but that's okay. I'll have extra, and this will keep for a while. And then I have the inside of the burrito. It doesn't really look that appealing, I guess, but it tastes delicious. I put guacamole there, and then the 2 ingredients right here. Before I eat them, I'm gonna put fresh spinach and a little bit of red wine vinegar, and it tastes so good. I don't add those 2 ingredients right now just because it will make it soggy, and I don't want it to be soggy just yet. And so I'll make the other 3 later this week once these beautiful avocados right here go ahead and ripen up. They're really firm, so I hope they ripen up quickly. But there we go. So those are the burritos right here. And we've got the rest of our meal prep. So this is the Gardein beef crumbles with a little bit of red pepper, yellow pepper, red onion, some brown rice. Then we've got the Beyond Meat chicken strips, brown rice, broccoli, sweet potatoes, same thing here. Here we've got edamame, broccoli, the brown rice, and then this is seitan. And last but not least, I've got some Banza chickpea pasta. I put a little bit of the Raoul's, I think it's Raoul's marinara sauce with a serving of green peas. I really hope this heats back up well. Banza does not always reheat very well, but we'll see. So one thing I'm gonna try to do is I'm going to try to commit to actually finishing all of these meals. I will say sometimes, 1 minute, I'm gonna flip the camera over. So I will say that sometimes when I get to the end of the week and I have a little bit more time, like Friday night, I'm like, oh, like, let me just eat whatever because it's Friday night. But I really want to stop doing that and commit to eating the meals that I prepared for myself and the ones that fit my macros for the week. Because I feel like one area that I could progress more in my weightlifting, powerlifting that I'm doing is probably my diet has room for improvement, because recently I have been eating foods that don't really make me feel good. I mentioned in my introduction video, I think, that I'm very conscious about what I put into my body, so I don't eat anything with artificial colors or flavorings. So I don't eat things with a lot of artificial ingredients or any dyes or colorings. However, and I do know that my beef has, I think it's like caramel color in it, but I really am a sucker for some like Trader Joe's maple leaf cookies, or recently I purchased this vegan cookie dough. When I first moved to where I'm living now, I was on this kick where I was like, I'm not eating sugar, like I'm eliminating it from my diet, and really my body was quite reliant on eating processed sugars. I just wasn't a sustainable or realistic goal for where I'm at right now. However, I have realized that when I'm eating a lot of like sugary processed sweets and stuff like that, it just doesn't make me feel good. I feel very sluggish after. I feel gross and tired. It just makes me, doesn't nourish my body the way that I would like to. And so I'm gonna stop intaking those foods the way that I was for a little while. So yeah, I guess that just kind of sums up what I wanted to say there. All of these meals this week are like, I think the ones with the red peppers, I think the meals with the red peppers and the onions are probably going to be the best. And obviously the burrito, I love that combination on the burrito. I think it's the vinegar that I like. But it's tangy and it's flavorful. It's so good, and it's packed with protein. So I really like those meals. I don't know how I'm going to feel about like the ones that are just like the chicken and broccoli and sweet potato. I overcooked the chicken strips a little bit, so I'm really hoping that they're not going to be chewy. I'm like a little scared about that, but we'll see. I am going to commit to finishing these meals. One thing about me is I really don't believe in wasting food. I will eat leftovers for days, but I do have issues sometimes when I meal prep the whole week, so I might think about rearranging this maybe to meal prep from like Monday through Wednesday, and then like Wednesday through Friday. I don't know. I gotta think about it. But that's how it went this week, and that's what I'm doing right now, so we'll see if things change. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched the whole way through, please hit a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know that you watched this video. If you have any feedback, please let me know, because obviously I'm new to YouTube, and any constructive feedback would be really greatly appreciated. If you're plant-based or you're vegan and you have any tips for meal prepping, and honestly, if you've got any tips for meal prepping in general, that's super helpful. So that's all. My voice just squeaked. I am gonna go downstairs to my gym and just do a stretching routine right now. I'm just gonna stretch out a little bit because today is my rest/recovery day, and I'm gonna do a little bit of stretching, and then I'm gonna shower, do some homework, and head on to bed. If you watched this video, I really appreciate you joining me, and if you wanna see more videos, stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you next time, world. Bye-bye.